Hello, and welcome to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. From today, we're going to start a series of 6 beers from one brewery, and that is one of the most well-known breweries in Japan, among Japanese craft beer breweries. The name of the brewery is Kyuchi, but they're much better known as Hitachino Nest beer, and they are quite big in Japan and especially outside of Japan. They export a lot. They export to 30 different countries, and for example, in the United States, they're quite well known. When I visit friends in the United States, people often will ask me, "Do you drink that owl beer? This owl beer?" And I immediately know they mean Hitachino Nest from Kyuchi. Kyuchi Brewery has been around since 1823 as a sake brewery. They got into beer, as many people did, in the mid-90s, and they started in 1996. They make a variety of things, not just beer. They also produce wine, liqueurs, shochu, and sake, and a variety of spirits as well. Half of the beer production of this brewery goes to the United States. So, as I said, they export to 30 different countries. One interesting aspect of this brewery is that they have a BOP, a brew on premises operation, which is popular in certain areas of the world, but not so much in Japan. I think perhaps for some sort of tax regulations, perhaps. But Kyuchi does have or Hitachino Nest does have a brew on premises operation, where you can go in and they help you choose the ingredients based on, some questions. They ask about what kind of beer do you like, and they'll help you choose the ingredients, and then you make the beer there, and you come back later to bottle the beer, and I think they help you make labels and that sort of thing. So it's kind of interesting. Their beer production was quite successful, and in 2008 they established a new brewery simply for beer. And out in that area where that brewery is, they grow hops as well. Now, by the way, Kyuchi is located in Ibaraki Prefecture, up to the north of Tokyo. They have a regular lineup of around 15 beers. Some of their more famous ones are their Japanese classic ales, which they produce in a variety of different forms, and these are often aged in cedar casks, especially casks that have been used for making sake. And another point about them is that they have been appointed the contract brewer for Brooklyn Lager in Japan since 2009. So apparently the director of Brooklyn Brewery, Garrett Oliver, comes over periodically to check on how the beer is being made here in Japan. And they have established a brewery in Korea as well. So I think, step by step they have realized some very large plans, and they seem to be doing quite well. So the first beer we're going to look at today, well, we will look at that in a second, but in any case, if you know about Japanese craft beer and you're out from outside of Japan, you probably have heard of Kyuchi Brewery, and we are going to look at 6 different beers from them. And now, let's look at a second beer from Hitachino Nest Kyuchi Brewery, and that is this one. It is called Sweet Stout Lacto, and it is a sweet stout at 4%, very low alcohol, and very low bittering, 15 IBU. And this beer has 535 ratings on RateBeer, an average score of only 2.93, pretty low. and that's out of 5, 2.93 out of 5, and 26 percentile for all beers on RateBeer, and an unbelievable 3% out of 100 for its style. So very, very, very low, low ratings for this beer. It's been around for quite a while. On Untapped, it has 8,282 ratings, and their ratings, as always, are higher than RateBeer's. They have it at 3.4 out of 5. And so what it says on the back is in English. It says a smooth and light dark ale brewed with generous amounts of roasted malt lactose, which is milk sugar, is added to the boil, which creates a subtle sweetness within the bitterness, and that's ideally what a sweet stout should be doing with lactose. Okay, so this beer is, it's just not quite my favorite style. I like stouts, but I like heavier, more alcoholic stouts. And let's give this one a go, shall we? Here it has the owl cap, as all their beers do. I'm not sure why they chose the owl as their character. Owls don't seem to be a big feature of bird life in Japan. Okay, so it pours out pretty dark brown, opaque. No light goes through this whatsoever, and a very, very substantial finger and a half or so of tan head. Kind of sloppy lacing on there. And let's try the aroma. Okay, so there's definitely some light chocolate, something like cola. Certainly a big roastiness here for sure. Very gentle chocolate. There is a small lactose kind of tingle in the mid. Gives it a little creaminess, just a little tart bit jumps up in the middle. There's some something like prunes, mild dark fruit, very creamy, very pleasant. Much better than, I haven't had this in a long time, and so I'm kind of pleased by it. It has a medium body, bigger body than I would expect for such a low alcohol beer. Very soft mouthfeel. Very simple, very easy to drink. It really doesn't seem like a stout at all, but I don't think I would call it a porter either. Interesting light. This is not a beer that too many people in Japan make, and might deserve a try from you if you happen to see it. These beers, Hitachino Nest, Kyuchi Brewery's beers, are available sometimes in Seijo Ishii stores, and often in Aeon Mall liquor shop stores. So in the mall, there's generally a liquor shop, and generally near the supermarket, they'll have a liquor store area, and you can often find those beers there. So you might want to give this one a try. Again, it is Hitachino Nest Sweet Stout Lacto, 4% and 15 IBUs. Okay, well, that's it for today. We will look at 4 more net beers from Hitachino Nest soon. I hope you tune in for those. Subscribe to the channel, and you can get all the updates. I'm doing primarily Japanese craft beer, but beers from all around the world as well. Okay, leave me a comment if you like, and I hope you're doing well. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.